Hello, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Ongaku to You, the podcast where three friends come together and break down what's news in the Japanese music industry. This is the podcast for the week of December 26th, I guess. I don't know when this is going out.
Christmas.
Christmas.
It'll come out this week, probably
Yeah,
Wednesday or Thursday, the latest.
yeah, so 26, probably. But yeah, I am your host, Ken, and with me we have Gray.
What's happening, dudes?
And that's it. It's a Dos Compadres episode. Luna is, unfortunately, she couldn't join us for this episode. Taking care of family things, that's why.
We're recording on Christmas Eve, and me and you were just the two that didn't have anything else to do.
Yep. But yeah. How have you been? We weren't able to really talk much before the IU episode, so...
Yeah. Well, the IU episode's not really the place to really do this kind of conversational stuff. But no, I'm doing excellent. Glad to be back on the show. Super happy to be recording. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. Some interesting things are going on at work. Hopefully I can talk about them in a week or so, which will be good news for the podcast as a whole. And other than that, I've been taking a couple of days to spend time with family, which is always great. Like, I don't have much to do tomorrow. I just bought the new Persona dancing collection. I think I sent you a picture earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I bought that. I was like, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But I really, really want it. So I went and bought that. I still want to pick up Super Smash Bros. I might do that. Also been playing the crap out of Katamari Damacy Reroll. Like, that game has consumed my life in a great,
If you listen
crazy
closely,
way.
you can hear Kyo just... His rage is just coming towards you.
Because I bought the dancing collection.
Yes. He hates Atlas. He hates Atlas so much now. It's so funny.
I mean, I don't agree with all the stuff they do, but they're not the shadiest people on the block, so I can't hate them too much. And they do make good games, whether or not you love them or hate them. So, I don't like all the DLC stuff that they threw in there, but you know what? At the end of the day, I still gonna play the crap out of these games. The fact that they took out the story mode makes me happy.
I'm mad about that. I disagree with you totally. The story mode made 4, by the way. That's the only thing I agree with.
You mean you...
I didn't even buy 5 or 3 yet. That's how mad
Yeah.
I'm pretty am at what they did. I love the story for 4 for dancing.
I liked it, but I felt like it got in the way of the game, so...
That's what you have free mode for. Then
That
again,
is what I have free mode for.
this entire game is free mode, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You still have to unlock everything by playing through free mode. But in the old game, in Dancing All Night, you had, in order to unlock a lot of the songs, you had to play through the story mode. So it's like, oh. Well,
Do you not like a well-written story?
I do, but man, that one was long, and in some parts it was slow. And then there were some
novel,
parts.
that's why. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like your Danganronpa. That's a visual novel,
Oh, yeah.
technically.
Yeah, and in some parts of Danganronpa it's very slow, but I love Danganronpa. I liked the story. The ending was really depressing. I think I cried a little bit. It was so sad. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm kind of happy because, one, there's no way for them to use the protagonist from 3 unless they do something crazy. And I mean, I guess they could have worked a story in 5, but I don't know if they know what they want to do yet post 5 landscape, like where they want to go and where they want to take the characters. I know.
Apparently they don't, because Q2 is coming out and they just don't know what they're doing.
Q2 is interesting. I wonder if they're gonna try to make that canon or not. And Q1 was, it was frustrating. It was canon only because it can be canon. Other than that, there was no sense for it to be canon. I'm like,
It's not canon. It's not canon in my mind. It happened during a pivotal point for 4. This is why I'm mad at Q. As soon as I knew what time the game took place, none of it mattered. None of it.
yeah.
None of it mattered.
The game ends with them forgetting the whole
Yes,
adventure.
that's
anyway,
what
so it
that's
doesn't
what
matter.
I thought. I was like, oh, they mentioned nothing after the school festival. Spoiler alert. So
Yeah.
they're gonna like be faded out of existence. Everything that happened. So that's why that game pissed me off. But this isn't Potosaurus. This is
No,
Ogakari.
it's not. Although, real quick, I will say the final boss in Q is a complete and total douche.
I didn't even get past the first dungeon. That's how mad I was.
Oh, I played that whole game, but the final boss drove me insane. Kanji is broke in that game. Just as a heads up, that dude's damage output is insane.
You don't need to play it. Doesn't matter. It's not canon.
It's not canon.
The fighting
But-
game has more canonicity than the Q
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But I will say that was the game that got me into Etrian Odyssey games. Because ever since then, I've actually loved Etrian Odyssey games. I try to pick them up when they come out. I love like the map making part of them. And it was funny because when they announced Etrian Odyssey 5, a lot of people were upset because it's not a Switch title. But I'm like, have you guys played an Etrian Odyssey game? Do you know that you need the bottom screen in order for that game to function properly? It doesn't work on the Switch. So, but I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
I'm channeling my inner Kyo, apparently. I've been okay. It's just the podcast. I'm editing the IU episode right now, and I'm probably about a third to 2/3 of the way through right now. That's a slog. It's like, spoiler alerts if this isn't up by then. It's a 3-hour podcast. Close to a 3-hour podcast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So enjoy that.
And I was hoping to be more talkative, but man, it was a long stretch where I didn't say much because I was like, well, at the end of the day, I just don't have a whole lot to say.
Your parts are
And-
easy to edit.
Oh yeah, I know, right? But for me, I was like, well, it's not that I don't dislike or love. Like she has a lot of music I actually do like, but where I just crammed all the albums in such a short period, it's just hard to have a really intellectual opinion on the quality of them and stuff like. I mean, I can tell you what I like and what I don't like, and then after that, that's all I could really offer. So that's why I was just kind of quiet. And I was trying to remember like certain aspects and things, and I still have to get you some material too. So, which I will be doing after we finish this. I worked on it a little bit earlier. I got to finish it up, but you should have the rest of it. If not today, definitely tomorrow.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But I've been okay. I've been just, my job's busy. Getting close to Akio Man, so, I mean, it's always busy here because of that.
Is there ever a period in Hawaii where there isn't a whole lot of like tourism or anything like that? Because I mean, you guys basically have summer, 365 days a year. Like
Yeah.
it could be the middle of February and it'd be an amazing time to go to Hawaii.
Yeah,
It's the middle of
autumn.
February here. You don't want to go to Myrtle Beach. It's a nightmare.
Autumn, probably, is our slow time.
Really? When it's
Autumn
getting cold?
and maybe in between March and April, just right there. That's probably our slow seasons right there. But everything else, we're pretty busy all day, all year long.
She's Louise.
So, hey, it helps me out. At least I get a job.
Oh yeah, I know you have work. That's amazing. I would love to move to Hawaii. I would just need like about 10 grand in the bank, like a little startup, and then find a job.
Not even 10 grand. It's so expensive here. That's the thing. It's the cost of living here is very expensive. Like, case in point, how much is a gallon of milk where you're at?
Dollar. Last time I bought it was like $1.83, I think, something like that.
Our gallon of milk is close to $6.
Well, they do have to import the milk.
Yeah,
I don't think there's that many dairy farms on Hawaii.
Yeah, so if you want to drink milk, so to speak, it's like close to $5.
Yeah, my the house that I live in, it's 4 guys. We go through 2 gallons of milk a week, and that's a slow week.
Yep. But yeah, but I've been okay. What have we been listening to besides IU?
A little group by the name of the Fantastics. Woo! Man, I gotta tell you, I wasn't able to be on the episode where you guys talked about them, but I was so happy when you guys said that you liked them, because I don't know what it is. I've been following these guys for about a month now, and they got something awesome.
Well, I knew they were good from when they did Turn Back Time, and that was back in May, I want to say.
Yeah, and Turn Back Time is an amazing song. Amazing song. But Overdrive just kills it. Just kills it. And I was wondering what you were talking about, because you were talking about the warning at the top of the music video of watching a well-lit room. See, I've been watching the music video on Apple Music because it's there for free. And there's no warning like that. So I was a little confused. But yeah, where I work at night and I'm used to just strobe lights flashing in my eyes all the time, I didn't notice anything or think too much of it. But after you said something, I was like, yeah, I can see how this can be a little intensive. There's a lot of flashing lights,
by the way.
There's a lot of flashing lights in that one. But I love it when like they're dancing in front of their names and stuff like that. It's really cool. I really liked it. So I've been listening to Overdrive. I've been listening to actually some Kishidan, because I don't know if I talked about this the last time I was on or not, but they did the opening for Kamen Rider Ghost, and I love that song. That song was amazing. And they actually had a single come out in 2018 called The Weekend Bancho, and I was checking it out, and that's a really good song. Actually, that whole single is really good. It's just 4 tracks, but that's a really good single. Definitely recommend those guys, especially if you like a rock type feel. I love Kishidan. I want to check out more of their music because they've left an impression on me. That, and I think they're like the number one fans of Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho, since they all wear the same pompadour he has. And in the cover for Weekend Bancho, they're in the same style school uniform that they use in Yu Yu Hakusho. It's crazy. So I've been listening to that. I've been listening to LOL per usual. And man, I've been listening to some other stuff, and I'm just drawing a blank right now. Daichi's Blizzard's been on repeat for a while. I love that song. You'll hear more about how I love that song in a week. And yeah, just same old. Trying to think of some other stuff that I maybe been listening to, and I'm trying not to reach for the phone and look and see what I have been listening to. But it's been a lot of Ayumi, especially like the last week or two. She really ate up a lot of the time that I would be listening to music. So part of me is kind of glad that this is behind us. I enjoyed my time with her, but I'm going to enjoy a break from her even more.
Well, then again, our next artist spotlight, that's going to probably take up most of your time too.
Yeah. Well, if we start early, because I think we're planning on doing that episode around March, if I remember correctly. So we have like a 3-month lead time. Like that's just fine.
But I have to do something fairly similar where we did with IU, where the group has only a 10-year anniversary single, and they're 20 years now. So,
hoorah!
No,
it'll be good. We got plenty of time for the next group, so I'm not too worried about them. What have you been listening to, bud?
So I've been listening to a couple other things. I went on a buying spree the other day, and I picked up pretty much all the singles and albums that was missing throughout the last couple of months because I've just been so busy. So I did buy Suddenly from Matsushi and Red Soul Blue Dragon.
That was a good song.
It was a good song. I bought the Afterglow single because I've been meaning to get it and I just forgot about it.
Another good song.
I bought the Asian Kung Fu Generation Hometown album. I got the special edition, so it came with Can't Sleep EP, which was a bonus EP disc that came with it. So that
How
was
is
really
it?
good.
Have you had a chance to check it out yet?
Yeah, it's been good. I only went through the EP. The EP is really solid. If you guys have the chance, try and find the first press edition of the album because that's the only one that has it. I went through Bish's Stereo Future, which is also another good song.
Yes,
Granted,
it is.
Luna didn't really like it or cared for it.
To be fair, I don't think that song's really in her style or a style that she typically likes. So I wasn't too surprised when she didn't like it. But I liked Stereo Future, and I actually like the second song a lot more, which we cannot name the title of.
What you're talking about? It's funny.
It's hilarious, but
It's funny.
also not what you would expect by the song title. Is interesting. But I really liked that song. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. And then I also bought Dalco's new album that just came back out this past week or 2 weeks ago now. And it's pretty much the Dragalia Lost soundtrack. Because all their songs from Dragalia Lost is featured on this soundtrack.
I've come really close to downloading that game, but I'm like,
You gotta be you gotta be careful, man. I'm in the gacha hell because of that. Both me and Kyo, because we went on length. We have if you're in Kyo's Discord, which I believe you are, there is a special room that just says gacha hell. And that's just where me and Kyo just put all of our unfortunate gacha pulls
oh
in
man,
that game. So
yeah, no, the only mobile game I've been playing is Bang Dream, and I've been trying to save up because I don't play a whole lot. I've been trying to save up the stars so I can do the 10
the
gachapons.
temple, yeah.
Yeah. Although I came across a symbol the other night while I was playing the game. I didn't know what to do. I think it was like at the end of like a long hold, there was down arrows on the thing, and I didn't know what to do with that.
You gotta flick. It's a flick note.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they go through it like in the very beginning of the game, and they just don't mention it ever again. So
Yeah, and see, I've been mostly playing on easy, and that's not something you see on easy. It was a normal.
the only
song I was
time you'll
playing.
see it probably on easy is Ready Steady Go, I think.
Ready Steady Go was the song I was playing when I saw it on normal. So, although more often than not, usually like when I start a play session, I always start with Butterfly.
Huh. I wonder why.
I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why.
But yeah, besides that, nothing much. Actually, I've been just playing the dulcet tones of Pokemon Go, if that's another song. But
Well, everybody's super hyped that they're adding trainer battles, so I can see that.
I don't really care about that. I only care about catching the grass Pokemon. I'm a grass Pokemon trainer. That's
So
been
you're
my
like-
favorite. That's my favorite type. It's always been my favorite type since Gen 1.
That's very interesting. You don't meet too many people that are really into the grass type Pokemon.
Plus, I really loved Erica, so
She is a baby doll. I don't know
But
if
yeah.
I have a favorite type of Pokemon. I'll be honest. Like I changed depending on generations and stuff like that. I was a huge fire guy for a long time, but I haven't picked the fire starter in several generations now. So I'm like, I don't know.
yeah. I've been a grass Pokemon trainer since Gen 1. Always had Bulbasaur, and I always had Bellsprout and Vileplume, all that good stuff. So, at one point in time for Diamond and Pearl, I had every single grass Pokemon available to me. Everything from Gen 4 below. Now it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, now it's
Granted,
insanely difficult.
the game got a little bit more interesting now because like we have combinations of like grass and dragon types also, so
Yeah. Well, and that's what they've done like every time like they introduce like a new type and stuff like that. Like I certainly have like my favorite Pokemon. Like my favorite Pokemon, I don't know why or how, but for whatever reason, my favorite Pokemon has become Gardevoir. I love that Pokemon. He is my favorite. If he's in the game, I will always capture him, and he will always be part of my party in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I definitely have favorites, but I don't know. I've never really had a favorite type of Pokemon. Now, I did have a friend who only captured ghost Pokemon and only trained ghost Pokemon.
well, Generation 1 must have sucked for him then.
Yeah, because your options are very limited.
But yeah, with that, I guess let's go over to some news. Did you want to talk? There's a couple major things that have happened that I've just been so busy I haven't been able to talk about on the site. So I'm very, very sorry for the people that's been using the site as a mainstream media for news. I'm so sorry about that. Like the last 2-3 weeks, this entire month, to be honest, because of my new schedule, has kind of wrecked my flow of making articles, so to speak.
Well,
So
also
sorry
it's the
about
end
that.
of the year. I mean, a lot of people are going out having a good. Like our free time is not what it typically is because family obligations, societal obligations, and all that fun stuff. It just there's no free time left to really do anything. So no, I mean things happen, things come up. It's no big deal. We'll get back on it here. Like the site should be back up and running full force by the beginning of the year. So hopefully.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there is a couple things that I wanted to talk about. One is Sasha Reno announces her graduation from the 48 family. And if you guys don't know, Sasha Reno is pretty much the flag bearer of the generation that happened after Oshima Yuka, Maeda Atsuko, and AKB48 history. She took number one after Atchan or Maeda Atsuko left, and pretty much made the best song that they ever made in the past 5 years, called Koi no Fortune Cookie. And that song is insanely popular to the point that they made videos of people doing it, and they featured it on their official YouTube channel, and a lot of people got YouTube famous in Japan because of that.
Nice.
So yeah, she's leaving the group. I believe she's also the manager of Equal Love, which is another idol group that I guess she produced.
Yeah,
So,
but from what I understand, she's still going to be managing that group, right?
yeah. So what I think is what's happening is she's been kind of out of the game for a while now anyway, because she hasn't been part of the main Senbatsu for like the past year. We haven't seen her on any of the singles. So I had this suspicion that she's just going to take more of an industry manager role compared to actually being an idol now. I think she's past that. Her time has passed. So now it's just Judina and Sudo Akari, which we won't name here, but
Uh,
there's that.
yeah. Well, I will say this much because I'm still learning. I mean, when you're talking about like the 48 groups and stuff like that, it's a lot of girls, a lot of people to keep up with. So I'm still learning who's who in the industry. So
Well,
I'm,
for
but
me, it's just a remainder of who's the old guard at this point because I don't know any of the new girls. I really don't. Like, when watching the Senbatsu, I only know like 3 or 4 of the girls that made the media Senbatsu, which was the top 12, and that was it. I didn't know anyone. It was just like, okay, I guess new people to look up now and trying to be familiar, but I
yeah,
don't know.
well, but I will say I could tell like, what's her name again?
Sudo Akari?
Pseudo Akari. I could tell her graduating.
Oh,
Was-
Rino Sashihara.
Thank you. Rino Sashihara. I could tell her graduating was big news. Just
Oh,
and a,
yeah.
a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
are upset. I could tell that too.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. I was drinking while watching this news explode at Twitter, so I was just like laughing on the way, reading all the Twitter news of everyone just going, "Oh, that's it. AKB's done. AKB is done." I think once Yokoyama Yui and Matsuda Judina graduate, I think that's it. That's it. Honestly, I think they should just fold into one mega group. They don't need the sister groups anymore. But that's just my belief because Akimoto's running thin now of ideas.
Well, and I would say even though they've been number one, I think 2 weeks in a row, I think SKE48's not selling like they typically do.
Well, the song sucked. That's why. But that's my personal opinion.
I will say it because I completely disagree. I love the song to death, but I could see it not having broad appeal as well.
Ikinari Punchline was a much better song, and that did not even hold a flame to Mushiki no Iro. But that's just my opinion.
I don't know. I've liked all the singles that SKE's come out with this year, in varying degrees and stuff. But I liked "Stand by Me." I think's the name of it. I thought it had a good. We'll talk about it later, but yeah.
It's been a while since me and you done a 2-on-2 or 1-on-1 podcast about the 48 stuff. It'd be good to talk.
Yeah. It has been a long time because Luna, like, it's not really her thing. So like, if like some of that stuff's going on, like we can talk about it a little bit, but we don't want to get too much in the weeds because, we want to keep her involved in the show. So we have to curtail it a little bit. But yeah, no, like, and I think for me, it's just because, see, I grow up with, I haven't been a fan of AKB48 or SKE48 for a long time. So for me, all the current stuff that I'm hearing, I really, really like. To me, it doesn't sound generic. It doesn't sound old and been there, done that. To me, this sounds, I wouldn't say new and refreshing, but fun and enjoyable. And
when I come visit you or you come visit me, we need to watch the AKB48 1 to 174 meters or whatever the hell it's called, the Tokyo Dome Blu-ray, because that has some of the best songs on it, in my opinion. So we gotta watch that.
I would love that. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely amazing. And if worse comes to worse, there's always Luna's wedding.
Yeah, there's that. I don't think she would want to watch it.
Well, it depends on how long you're going to be in town. I think we'll have time.
Yeah.
Because my plan is to spend a whole week. Because it's a 12-hour drive, and I don't want to be up there for just a couple of days and come back. That's rough. So I'll probably be up there about a week. I'm still finalizing my plans, but I
wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's a 12-hour drive for me.
That's probably a 12-hour flight for me.
Yeah, I would say probably. Well,
it takes like about 4 to 5 hours for me to fly to LA. That's why.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to work. Like, I guess you're going to fly to Chicago, and then
I have to fly to. I have to. There's no direct flight. I have to fly from another place.
Yeah, and I mean, they could come pick you up in Chicago, save you a little money, but it's like a 4 or 6 hour drive, something like that.
No, thank you.
Being in the car for more than 2 hours is rough. Period.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. We wish Rina Sashihara or Sashi all the best. I just think that she's just going on to a managerial role, so I don't think she's leaving the industry entirely. But now she can just go date.
And that might be what she wants. You never know.
But yeah, moving on up to another piece of news here. Not leaving Akimoto's wheelhouse, but another interesting member from his groups, from Kiyakizaka 46, is Hirate Yurina. She's going to be taking an indefinite break as of right now, because I'm not too sure. What did she said she had?
It's some sort of spinal problem.
Yeah. She's a fairly hard-working lady anyway, so I would assume that because she went too hard for the most part.
I mean, if you watch any of their music videos, I mean, the woman is going all over the place. She's doing all these crazy exotic dance moves. It can't be good for your spinal column. But yeah, I'm not going to try to butcher what she has. I just know it's something spinal related. And it's either caused by too little or too much movement. And it's believed that it's obviously the latter because the woman's just everywhere. And it's interesting because really at the end of the day, she's the backbone of that group. I mean, she's front and center of all their music videos. They've got a Kohaku appearance in a week. And I'm really fascinated to see what they're going to do because they're not going to have their lead girl on the stage. That's got to be... I wonder if they've got a plan or if they're scrambling because this came out relatively recently.
Yeah, it came out relatively recently, but I'm pretty sure that they had to have told management in a case in point time, and they can just switch a member or add a member to just add on to what needs to be done. So
Yeah,
it's a relatively easy fix compared to the Judina situation earlier this year.
ooh, we don't like to talk about that.
Yeah. But it is
They
what
still
it
haven't.
is.
They still have not fixed that music video.
Yeah,
It's
they're
still
never
a train
gonna
wreck.
fix it.
I guess they fixed it for like the home DVD release. If you want to see like the actual one with her in it. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to watch that piece of baloney.
The PlayStation 2 graphic dancing girl is really, really, really bad.
Yeah. But now she'll have her record broken because she was the only person out of the 46 and 48 family to have been the center for pretty much every single single that Keiakizaka has done.
Yeah,
So,
I think she was the center for every one of them.
yeah, she was. She held the record.
Oh well, ew.
She held the record. So, but
Well,
yeah.
hopefully she recovers soon because I know she's got a really good career ahead of her. And
She's only 17, so
yeah. But it's, your career can be like a ball rolling downhill and you don't want to lose momentum. So hopefully she's not too long in the hospital and she can, or I guess she's not in the hospital, but at home taking a break.
But yeah, I mean, with that, let's go on to our final piece of news before we head on to the Oricon here. And that is with the release of their very successful week this past week of the Oricon, Bushiroad's ever multimedia loving franchise Bang Dream has announced for the next year all 6 bands will be releasing a single at one point in time, week after week, within the next couple months. So, every single band, that is including Raise a Sullen, Rosalia, Poppin' Party, Hello Happy World, Afterglow, Pastel Palettes, and yeah, pretty much.
I think that's all of them.
Yeah, and Afterglow, but yeah, pretty much everything. Everything there is going to be releasing a new song. All these songs will be from the game that everyone wanted a full single of. Like, for example, Afterglow's single will be, I believe, not Riot. It's
No,
another
that's Rise of Sullen.
Yeah, that's Raise the Sullen. There's another song that they've been meaning to get out here for the longest time now. Let me see if I can pull it up here. And it is YOLO, which is also a very interesting song there. The Pastel Palettes will also do Tenshi no Suita A to Z, which is a song that's been highly requested also. But yeah, with Rosalia and Poppin' Party's new single being part of the second season for the Bang Dream anime, so I can't wait. This
Good
will
music.
probably wreck everyone's wallets like it did for me this past week. So
Probably. I can only imagine.
Hopefully they just don't do it all at once and they just do it back to back to back. I'd rather have them do it week after week after week rather than do what they did this week and just shove 3 singles into 1 week.
Yeah, and they all did really good too. So, which is great. I'm really glad, especially Rise of Sullen, because this is their first one, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. No, they knocked it out of the park. And the Rosalia and Poppin' Party songs are both amazing too. So, it was a good week for Bushiroad.
Yeah. But, yeah, with that, let's move on to the Oricon. The Oricon is always an interesting beast, nonetheless. But,
yeah. Oh, this
yeah,
week's certainly interesting.
And let's start off with number 10. It is Mankai Kanponi Musical Uramonte Teacher. And I guess it's part of a mobile game called E3. And I guess for their 1-year anniversary, they decided to release the single. I have no idea what the single's about.
Growing Pains would be my guess.
Growing Pains. But it's a bunch of beautiful men, so I guess it's all the husbando people that everyone likes, right?
That's what it seemed to be. I don't know. to me, this song just didn't hit on much. I know I'm not their target audience, so it's fine. But
We should ask Luna.
I don't think she's their target audience either. Because I don't think usually I don't think she likes these songs. I could be wrong. I don't want to speak for her. But it did well, at least. Actually did really well. To be number 10, to be as hot, the sales volume that it has is very interesting. So,
Yep. But yeah, it sold a lovely 12,975 copies. And going on up, it is Mugen by Roga Chipanika.
what a song.
What does the Google Translate say for their band name?
Roka Japonica?
Raponica. Ropo Japanica. So this is an idol group.
Yeah, it's a 5-member group, and this is the longest song we will talk about this week.
Yeah. It's a idol group from Stardust Promotions, and this song was interesting because you gotta watch the music video. The music video kind of makes this song, honestly.
It really does.
Because if you were just to listen to the single, like I did not understand what was going on until I watched the music video.
So their official YouTube channel is called Rock Japonica. Rocka Japonica.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. It is very much a mouthful, but it is a bizarre, interesting. I want to say I liked it, but at the same time I want to say I didn't like it. And I think if you watch the music video, you will understand why it's hard to say one way or the other. It's just it's a unique beast. I don't know another way to describe it.
But yeah, I mean, it is a very interesting set of style because they didn't just stick to one particular style with this song.
No,
they did
no.
not.
They did 5 different styles.
Yeah. Which one was your favorite, by the way?
The gangster rap, which is the end. It's as close to gangster rap as they'll get in Japan. So yeah, there's actually 2 rap sections. The 3rd and the 5th, they both rap, but one's a lot closer to, I would say, like gangster style rapping. But I like both of them. I actually liked all 5 of the segments fairly well, except maybe the second one. I think that was the only one I was kind of like meh on, because that felt like very traditional pop idol stuff. But
That's
1, 3,
the
4,
joke.
5, yeah,
That's the joke.
it's true.
But yeah, Mugen sold a lovely 14,095 copies. And going on up is, oh god, it is Idol Master, Cinderella Girl, Starlight Master, 24 Trinity Field. I guess all the One-sans came out for this song because this is a much more mature sounding Idol Master song.
Yeah, but it didn't hit much on me.
I mean, I don't mind because I've been getting into this whole Seiyu stuff now, which is really bad from my point of view, and my wallet's point of view for that matter.
Well, I mean, your wallet's point of view, it's just crying constantly.
It's just like, what? This singer came out again? Like, for case in point, the only reason why I started playing Dragalia Lost is because one of my favorite Seiyus so happened to be in an event character, so I had to go and get her.
Must have.
I must have. And then for the Cygames Expo, which just happened in Japan, she cosplayed as the character, which is a fairly easy cosplay, I might add, but cosplay nonetheless. But yeah, the One-sans picked up a mighty 16,682 copies. And going on up is Ito Shirabu by Angel Rev, or Angel Star Rev, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not certain. Andrev is what I have on Google Translate. I don't know. I did like the song. I will say it's very idly generic stuff, but I really liked it.
It's better than SKE this week.
No, that I disagree with. But I did
better
like
than
this song.
SKE did anything this past week. That's just my opinion.
I did like the song. It's good.
This song was really good. Granted, it's generic as hell, so just be aware of
Yes.
that.
Oh yeah, it's super generic. It's also cutesy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I liked it. I don't know why it hit the special feels. I guess I don't know.
Hit the special.
The special
But yeah.
feels.
It's So They Lovely, 16,821 copies. And going on up, it is Riot by Reza Solin. This is the sixth band from Bang Dream's lovely everlasting cast. And they're finally, actually, it's funny because they're going to be actually in the Bang Dream anime starting this second season. And they're traditionally not all seiyus. I think only two of them are. Only two of them are seiyus. The rest are just actual, like, musicians.
I'll say they're a very interesting sound, especially for something like Bang Dream, because these girls are more, I don't know, I don't want to say emo, but that's the only word I can think of.
Well, the lead singer, Rachel, she has a fairly sultry voice.
Yes, she does.
So, and plus she's very tall, and I just want her to step on me. Her and the drummer, because they're it's so bad because me and my friend, we call them the Twin Towers because they're just dwarf over the other members. I should send you a photo. I should send you the photo.
Please.
Of
Now
them,
my curiosity is piqued.
because they're this is great radio, by the way. But if you guys want to do that, also Reza Solin, just look up Reza Solin, and it's just so funny because the bassist and the drummer just dwarfs the other girls in this band.
Are they like 6'5" or something?
Well, they're tall for Japanese standards, I'd tell you that much.
Wow. Yeah, they are tall.
So, but it's funny nonetheless.
But the song is amazing.
The song is amazing. I love the song. I've loved the song because this is their first original song. So if you guys don't know, Reza Solin was originally called The Third because they were the third band in Bang Dream's or Bushiroad's project for this series. So they would play covers for all the other songs just because the other seiyus couldn't play their instruments. For example, Afterglow, Tomoe's voice actress, she cannot play the drums. She can play the bass, and that was because of K-On! Because she was the voice actress in K-On! Also. So they took the place of the rest of the band while either the main lead singer Seiyu would just join in, which happened this past live for Bang Dream because they had their own day. Reza Solin did this past, I want to say, past live. And Ito Miku, which is the Seiyu for Hello Happy World for Kokoro.
Okay.
Because none of the other members can play their other traditional band or instruments, so she ended up singing a lot of the Hello Happy World songs while Reza Solin played them. So it's pretty funny nonetheless. But I'm happy for them, and I'm very, very happy of their success because, you know, with this, we'll get a little bit on this when we finish the rest of Bang Dream stuff. But with this, every single single except Pastel Palettes, rip Pastel Palettes, but every single single except them had made the Oricon top 10. I was very scared that Reza Solin wasn't going to do it.
Well, I would say,
very, very
like,
scared.
Of all the bands that are under that umbrella, I would say Pastel Palettes are the most generic.
Yeah, because they're the
typical idol group.
They're generic idol group. So
yeah,
you know, it's funny that will happen, and I mean it is what it is. So, but yeah, Riot sold a lovely 19,433 copies. And going on up, it is Miruku Mirai Miruku by Magical 2. And I can't watch this at all. Magical 2. If you guys don't know, they're part of, like, I guess they're part of this magical girl anime series or drama. I don't know. But all the girls are like 10 years old, and I feel very dirty looking at them in any way, form.
The music video is not that bad.
Well, you know, when a 7-year-old girl is part of the main intro for the song, it's kind of bad.
You're not wrong, but yeah, no, this song is. I actually kind of liked it, but yeah, it's I don't know. I'm uncomfortable watching the music video too. They're just little.
If I just walked away from the music video and just heard it in the background, maybe I would have enjoyed it just a little more. But no.
Or if you just heard the audio only and didn't see them, you would be like, oh, okay. Although they'd sound a little young too.
But apparently Japan disagreed with us because
all Sony the young disagrees little with us too because they signed them.
The young little boys, I guess, that begged their mamas to go buy the CD.
No, it was the creepy old dudes, and we both know it.
Yeah, just don't say that. We don't want to put that light on Japan. Ironically, this is a Sony group, and we were able to watch them.
The irony is stupefying.
Yeah. But yeah, Miruko Mirai Miruku. So they lovely 21,343 copies. And going on up is Kisu na Musiku by Poppin' Party, the main group for Bang Dream.
This is a great song.
This is a great song, and that will be the opening for Bang Dream second season. So, along with Home Street, which is the second B-side single for this.
I liked Home Street too. I think Kizuna Music is better, but Home Street is passable as a song. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. Bang Dream is very, very interesting because I rather watch the seiyus perform these songs live. So I take it with a grain of salt when they do singles because it's just easy for them to just sing in a microphone. I rather just watch the lives for these particular songs. So, but that's just my cynicism for them. So,
still number 4. Like they're doing good.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I was very interested on what numbers it was going to get anyway because it was going up with Rosalia also, but most likely if you're a fan of Bang Dream, you're going to buy all 3, kind of like how I did. I ended up buying all 3. I bought the special edition for Riot, though, because that came with a Blu-ray version of their first live, which I wanted to watch.
Nice.
The Blu-ray for the next one, which we'll get onto a little bit, didn't have anything, but not anything special anyway. But Kizuna Musiku sold a lovely 26,534 copies. Poppin' Party is always going to be the mainstay. It's always going to sell well, but the next band will always sell better. It's been time after time now.
Yeah, I guess they're the most popular band out of the series because they always perform the best. They always have the best sales numbers.
Yeah. And that is Rosalia with their new song Brave Jewel, which will be the ending for the second season for Bang Dream. This song was okay. I loved R a whole much more than Brave Jewel, to be perfectly honest, their last single. But it's because they really wanted this to be a much more catchier song than R was. Because
I guess I can see it. I thought Sanctuary was a much better song, which is the B song.
Yeah. Sanctuary was a better song, I agree. But it's funny because this is the first single that all the new generation members actually have joined because they lost the original voice actress for Rinko and Lisa, the keyboardist and the bass guitarist. And they brought in the new guard with Lisa join in on R and Rinko's new voice actresses join in on Brave Jewel. So this is the first time in a long time that Rosalia has been whole, so to speak. Yeah, I love Rosalia. Once we get to our top 10 singles or songs for 2018, spoiler alert, they are going to be on there. So, but Brave Jewel sold a lovely 34,043 copies. And going on up, it is Akabane, Who Loves It, and Adamasu by Lisa. And I loved Adamas so much more than Then Who Loves It?
Really? Because I'm
Yeah.
the exact opposite. Now, I liked both songs, but I liked the first song a lot more than the second.
Well, it's gonna be used for Sword Art Online's opening theme, so.
At the Adamuses, yes, not the Red Trap song.
But Lisa's been killing it. I
She
believe
has.
This is her second single within like the last month and a half or so.
I'll say
I wanna say
2018
that
has
much.
been an amazing year for her. She's had a lot of success this year, and I'm actually kind of glad to see her up here on this because I don't know if she's had another song hit number 2. So I'm really glad that she's really getting. I will probably go out and get both these songs the moment we get off the show, because I did like both of them. Despite disagreeing which song's the better song, they're both good songs, and I genuinely liked both of them. And I think I can see why you liked Adamus just a little bit more.
Well, it's funny because she's been synonymous to the Sword Art Online series anyway. So
She's
anytime
almost the
they have
face.
a-
She's almost it's her and Air Aoi are like the two that do openings and endings for that anime, and almost nobody else. It's really weird, but Sword Art Online's been an amazing for Lisa. I mean, it is a popular series both in the States and in Japan, which is
I
good.
wouldn't know. I don't really care for Sword Art.
Oh, I mean, I only liked it. I only watched the first season. Most people agree after the first 15 episodes, the show just kind of. I mean, there's still fans. There's still people that love it to death. But for me, after they left Sword Art Online and they started going to other games that were not Sword Art Online, I'm like, well, it kind of lost a little bit of its magic for me. And season 2 had some issues. I watched the first episode of Sword Art Online 2, and I just couldn't get into it, and I just haven't gone back to it since. So,
But yeah, it sold a lovely 35,371 copies, and going on up to number 1. We kind of spoiled this earlier. It is "Stand by You" by SKE48. I don't know, man.
they had a bad
I
week.
don't know.
For SKE, these are really bad numbers, just in general. But I like the song. I mean, I can see why you don't like it, but I thought it was fun, light, playful. I don't know what new direction they're supposed to be going in, though. I'm lost
They
on
don't
that.
know. This is the thing. They don't know what they're doing. This is it. This is the same thing that happened with AKB. They just don't know what they're doing. Except now it's all pop.
Yeah. Well, I think in their minds they're trying to go ahead and, because they know that the Korean pop culture music is growing more popular, and so in their minds they're having to try to compete with that. So I think they're experimenting to see what Japan likes, what they don't like, and I think they're trying to grow and evolve the brand. Now, we can talk about how successful or unsuccessful that has been, but I think at the end of the day, that's what they're trying to do, because they can't stay stagnant and be the same forever. They have to.
Take it this point. The article that you wrote. This is supposed to be the new guard for the 11th year, a new beginning, and they kind of step on the new beginning this way. It's unfortunate to see what might happen.
Yeah, as much as I love Jirina, she shouldn't have been the center of this song. She just shouldn't have, especially if they're going to go in a new direction.
They didn't need to have her. I don't know. It's like I said. I've told Luna about this, and now I'm telling you, I'm done. I'm done.
I listened to the episode. I know.
I'm done, man.
And I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's. I mean, we all have the rights to feel how we feel. There's nothing wrong with that. So, no, I mean, I can totally get it. I can see. I mean, I don't have the history you do, but I mean, you know, sometimes things change and you just don't like the way that they change, and so you just kind of write them off and you're done.
Yeah,
it happens.
A grumpy old man just yelling at the clouds.
Curse
about
you,
the good old
time!
Yeah, I don't know. It's bad numbers, but it's still good anyway. You sell over 100,000. That's good any way you shake it for a
no,
single,
that's true too.
So.
But I'm fairly certain Ikanari Punchline sold over 1 million.
Yeah, it did. It sold close to 1 million.
Yeah, this is nowhere near 1 million.
Maybe that tells you something.
Well, who's the record label for?
It doesn't matter. All their songs are written by Akimoto. Every single song that's gone through the 48 family is done by Akimoto. It's written and produced.
Yeah, but I thought Sony published them.
Sony doesn't publish them. That's the 46 family publishes Sony's all the 48 stuff.
Well, because it says Avex Tracks. I didn't think SKE was under Avex.
No, that's their sub-label that they're under.
Oh, there's
because
something
originally
today.
they were under Sony, but you're going back the second or third year of AKB's conception. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I can't wait to do an artist spotlight about AKB48 and just go crazy.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
Go crazy. But yeah, Stand By You sold a lovely 234,000 copies. I'll just leave out the 8 copies there.
Yeah.
And with that, let's peer over to the albums. I kind of just want to see what the album sold. It's been a new thing that we've been doing. Okay, let's see here. Niji Conquistador, Best of Niji Rainbow. That sounds correct. You got the Bohemian Rhapsody album, which is pretty much just gonna take over the Greatest Showman stuff that's been ruling Japan for a while, because musicals have been super huge in Japan for a long time now. Thanks by Neil Best of The Pump, so it's just probably 48 versions of USA.
USA!
Yeah.
That song almost made my top 10. I love that song.
Well, it's probably going to be in the Kohaku in some way in fashion.
Yeah!
Oh, it's the last song on the album.
Gotta go out on a high note.
I guess. With the number one for being Anti-Generation by Radwimps, which is understandable. Radwimps is a very huge group, so.
Yeah.
And we've talked about them before, so. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys love this little, I would say short episode, but it's
going to be regular time.
Last episode.
It's going to be regular time because me and you always kind of just get to talking and we wind up just running the clock anyways.
Yeah, so about an hour or so. But anyway, hopefully you guys like this episode of Ongaku. We'll be back fairly shortly because we're going to be doing some major things within the last week. Be aware that there's probably going to be like 4 episodes released within this week. Yeah,
we're busy. This is the most I think me, you, and Luna have even after it's ever since we've started this. I think in a week's time period, I think this is the most we've conversed ever since like initial conception. You know, just like how much talking we're doing, how much planning we're doing, how much content we're planning on creating and stuff like that. We're really excited for the next couple of weeks. I'm really looking forward to the Kohaku. I think that's going to be a stellar show this year.
4.5 hours episode.
Hey, it's going to be awesome. We're gonna kick butt and take names. I'm really stoked for that. And our top 2018, I'm really excited about. I'm really looking for. I haven't had a chance to do it. I've seen the list, but I haven't had a chance to go through and really mine it and see what's there. So I'm really excited to see what songs you guys have, because I'm going to listen to every one of them. And really, because there's a couple of weeks I wasn't able to do the show, I wasn't able to do the Oricon, and so there's a couple jewels in there I haven't heard yet. So I'm really excited to go back and listen to them. There's also a couple that I heard and just don't remember. So I'm like, oh, well, I want to be able to remember and talk about all this. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a fun one. I've got to figure out. I've got my 3 top artists. I just got to figure out what I'm going to say for actually all 3 of them, because it's hard. It's like I know who I love, but pinning down why I love them is very difficult, because it's simple to say, well, they write music that I enjoy, and just kind of be done with it. But I don't want that to be my answer. Because that's boring. No one wants to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So I'm trying to really pin down why I like who I like, what about them just attracts me to them, besides their general attractiveness. But yeah, no, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got to figure out where I'm going to be recording next week, though, because I probably can't do it at my house. So I'll probably have to go somewhere else. But that's a logistical thing we'll worry about later.
But yeah, I mean, not only with this podcast, I've been doing stuff with Potosaurus, and that's been exciting. So I've been doing a lot of recording within like the past month or so now. So
have you guys done the collab yet?
No, we haven't gotten to it yet. It's mostly because just timing.
Yeah.
Like I said, this past month, because my schedule got changed, it wrecked us really badly of my way of recording. Because originally I re-record on Saturdays for Potosaurus. And because I can't do that because of my schedule, we had to record on Friday nights. And that means Timber can't join us because of that.
Oh.
Because Timber's working. But yeah, if you want to listen to my lovely antics, go give a listen to our affiliates, Koryu Hunter. He is our Japanese mailbox and our good friend. You can find him at twitch.tv/KoryuHunter, KYORYUHUNTER. He streams a lot of spooky games. He hasn't been streaming lately because he's actually home for the holidays, so that's always good. And you can always check out.
I've thought about suggesting to Kyo to stream Katamari, because that game's a horror show. Especially in the later levels when you're rolling up people and buildings and the world. Like, it'd be horrifying.
And our another affiliate, Timbertaff. He is a Twitch streamer who does a lot of RPG games. He just finished Breath of the Wild, and he's kind of slowly but surely going through Octopath Traveler. You can check him out at twitch.tv/Timbertaft, TINBRTAFT. And if you want to hear me talk about games, kind of like what we did earlier this episode, you can check me out on Potosaurus. And that is pretty much a podcast kind of like Ongaku to You, except we go off the rails just a little bit too much. And we talk about games. But yeah. If not, you can check us out on our Instagram and Twitter at Ongaku to You. Go check out our site at ongaku2you.com. Go check out our dead Twitch channel of twitch.tv/ongaku2you. Tell us how we're doing at ongaku2you@gmail.com. I want to thank you guys very, very much for listening to this week's episode of Ongaku to You. It's been a blast doing this for the past year now, and I appreciate all the listeners, all 12 of you.
We got more than that.
13.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for checking in. Thank you so much for giving us your time. This is always a blast. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Twitter, Ongaku Gray. I have made an active effort to actually post more, so it's not a dead Twitter feed. Thank the Lord. So yeah, if you want to follow me there, I usually just tweet about what I'm listening to and my thoughts and feelings on some things. Nothing too important, but yeah, if you want to follow me and check me out there, I think you did covered all the other plugs. If you want to follow Luna, it's Nerdy Collector Luna on Instagram, and is it Luna Marie 87 at Twitter? I think so. But other than that, this is Gray signing out, and I hope you guys have a good time.